Welcome
Hit me,
to the
Daddy.
Conversations in Cold Ones podcast. I'm your host, Damien, my co-host, Jared.
Hello!
Are we doing brewskis of the week? Do you have anything?
I have some blue raspberry Svedka I'll take a quick shot of, just to say it's a brewski, because I already drank a lot of it today.
I have Arona, as the cool kids like to say, with a lime in it. That's what I got. And Coke. Alrighty.
Ooh,
Well,
yeah, that was strong.
two big things this week. One we're going to talk about right now. So if you like soccer and you like cars and you haven't played Rocket League, you should be playing Rocket League. If you don't want to pay for Rocket League, well, now is your chance. It is going free to play later this summer. No like expected date, but literally there's August and then 21 days of September. So within the next month and a half. It's free to play. You will not be able to download it on Steam anymore. So if you already have it downloaded on Steam, you don't have to worry about switching to the Epic Game Store launcher. You can still just play it on Steam. But from now on, if you are buying it from now on, or going to play it for free to play, you're going to have to download the Epic Games launcher or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. That's not changing either. Cool. They will also be giving like DLC rewards for people who have like bought the game, and like rewarding you for being somebody who's actually invested money into the game and being like a player, a part of the community, right? This is actually a big deal, man, because like Rocket League is one of the most played games right now. Like I think big. if you go on Xbox and especially PS4, like Rocket League's always the top 3 like games being played. So now this game is going free to play, and that's just going to bring a ton more people and a lot more bad people into the game, and I'm ready for that. So
yeah, maybe we can actually get our ranks up since we've been playing it.
Hey, I was champion. Yeah, I'm diamond fucking 2 right now.
I'm like something.
Doubles is so hard though. Fucking carrying.
Yeah, that's why we play trios. Bro.
I know. I was carrying David's ass, and that dude literally fucking David was ass when we were getting our rank up games and that. Oh, so bad. Anyways. So yeah, if you want to play Rocket League, I probably wait. First off, it's worth $30, but if it's going to become free to play, just wait. Also, Xbox Live may potentially be going away.
I saw that.
Yeah, they are no longer allowing you to buy the 1-year subscription. And from what I'm reading and what people are understanding, Xbox Live is just going to be in Game Pass. It's going to be $15 a month.
So okay, I was gonna say maybe I should get rid of my Game Pass, but if that's the case, I'll keep it. Yeah,
like so, as long as you have Game Pass. And first off, this is a huge W for Xbox people because the yearly subscription was $50. So now you're saving $50 technically, and if you already had Game Pass, nothing changes. But Game Pass is such a crazy deal. It's worth that alone is worth like $50 per month. You're getting like 600 games. And
I'm looking at it right now, and I just want you to know, every time it keeps refreshing, I'm still scrolling. As soon as you brought up Game Pass, I've been scrolling. It hasn't stopped. I'm only in the M's.
We are going to go over the Xbox event, the July showcase. This was all just games. They didn't talk about the console. This is their game showcase. All the games that were shown in this showcase will be on Xbox Game Pass when they drop. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's get right into the big one, Jared. I had a smile on my face immediately. Halo Infinite. What were your thoughts?
I was very, very surprised with myself because I felt a very overwhelming amount of disappointment.
Really?
It was almost heartbreaking to watch. I don't think this is going to be a good game.
What?
I think that I'll play it and I will like it because it's Halo, but I don't think it's going to blow me out of the water like Reach or like 2 and 3 or ODST. I don't think it's going to make me go, this is a like game of the decade. It's going to be, another Halo 4 and 5 just came out. That's what I think. I had so much faith for years. I mean, for fucking years that Halo 4, they were learning. It was their first Halo. They were going to do better. Halo 5, they did a lot of good, but they also did a lot of bad. So this next one, they had it. They had it in the bag. And as soon as I saw this trailer, I thought I was being robbed as a Halo fan. It's not Halo. I mean, it's not. It is disgusting to even look at to me. Don't get me wrong, graphics look beautiful. But Master Chief doesn't have a fucking cable thing in his arm. That's not Master Chief. So that's just already not cool. All these new guns, like I get it. Every game they try to introduce a new gun. I mean, you went from 1 to 2 with the SMGs and the battle rifles, and then in
Reach
2 to 3 they
DMR.
added the DMR was still Reach, but
That's what I said. Yeah, and Reach had the DMR.
oh, I thought you said and then no. So it was like and then 2 to 3 they added like the brute weapons and stuff, and then slowly you got like the energy sword was in 2 as well. And like as you went on, like you had the suppressed SMG and the ODST, like that's cool. Like they're taking weapons that are already in the universe and like slightly tweaking it. But I saw him pick up like 7 new guns, and I'm like, this is too much. Like I'd have been okay with maybe a new variant, a couple of variants of human weapons, like a different version of the assault rifle or a different version of the battle rifle, like still very grounded and similar, but with small tweaks, like kind of like how they did Halo 5 multiplayer with the different like attachments. Like I would have been okay with that kind of stuff or more customizable guns because you're still having the base AR, the DMR, the battle rifle, and you're just customizing, making them how you want, like a sniper rifle scope on a battle rifle, but it's still a battle rifle.
Yeah.
That's cool. But then I saw him pick up something called the CQB or the CQC something, and I'm like, what is this? Like Close Quarter Combat something, and then he picked up another human gun that I didn't recognize. That was like some kind of, maybe burst. I couldn't tell the way he was using it, and like there were a couple alien weapons. And since we're fighting the Banished in first person now, I expected Banished weapons. That's fine.
Those are the guys
That
from
part-
Halo Wars 2, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
that
that's what
I was
thought.
okay with.
Yeah.
And I will say whether or not I think this is a game like game of the year, like a game of the decade, best Halo like Reach was, or in my opinion, like Reach or 3 or 2 or whatever. I am interested to see the story because the brew that was talking, that wasn't Atriox, and I have no idea who
Yeah,
it was.
because he
but
survived
said,
the campaign of Halo Wars 2.
yeah, but he also said in memory of Atriox's will, and I'm like, so he's implying he's dead or captured? Like I didn't understand that. So I'm interested to see where the story goes. That part, don't get me wrong, it's Halo. I'm gonna love every bit of the story. Hopefully they didn't butcher it. But unless something happens to make me go, okay, this isn't bad, I think I'm gonna be massively disappointed with this game. And that's like when I watched it, like at first I was smiling because I was like, oh, it's Halo, here we go. And as it went on, my smile slowly faded, and like I didn't realize it until like it was over that I was like, wait a minute, I'm not happy. What just happened? And like I wanted to rewatch it, but I'm gonna wait. Like I watched a few clips after that, like pointing on certain things. But I'm gonna rewatch the entire thing and see if maybe the second full watch will make me feel different. But it's a little bit messed up that I watched the entirety of Halo Infinite was like a downhill slope, and then the next thing I saw was the fuck. Is it State of Decay? Yeah, State of Decay 3. I didn't when I saw that end and it popped State of Decay 3, my jaw actually dropped and I went, what?
Hold on, we'll move on to State of Decay 3.
Well, I know. We'll move on to it because I know we're on Halo. But that's my comparison right now.
Okay.
Is I saw State of Decay and went, oh my god. And then I saw Halo and I was like, what is this? So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I guess I'm sounding a bit too dramatic here. Like, I am excited to Halo. Like, I'm still gonna play it. I'm still gonna like try to enjoy it. But it looks like it's not gonna be what I was hoping. And I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing because I mean, I'm sure someone else out there was hoping that it was going to be exactly what they saw in that trailer. So someone out there is probably like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's
so that's
the Reach
okay.
effect,
to each,
right?
Yeah, to each their own. Absolutely. But my impression that I got when watching this was I personally feel like 343 is kind of in a way betraying longtime Halo fans and like taking away what Halo was and is, and instead putting in our faces what this new Halo Infinite's going to be, and making it for new crowds, like younger generations, which is not a bad thing. You have to adapt with the times. You have to get ready for the younger generations coming in to play new games, but at the same time, you have to try to balance out for all the old fans who are going to come back and who made Halo. So to me, like the open world, like I don't know if it's fully open world or if it's like suggestive
sections.
open world.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
sections
okay.
of the map.
so the section thing, I kind of, that's not going to hurt me as much.
Well, it's like original Halo. Remember, you had a full open level, and like even the beginning of Reach, you had a full open level that you could just go do whatever in, and do the mission.
So that's what I need to see, because when I've been seeing things like open world, I'm like, oh, this may not be good. But I don't know if Halo Infinite was a typical Halo, and then they were like, oh, hey, like here's Halo Infinite like 2 and this is like the same, like the arc, but you can explore the entire arc. Like I wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't hate an open world Halo, but I don't. That's not what I wanted with this Halo. I wanted them to come like redeem themselves, like 343 to redeem themselves from Halo 5 and like show us that they're ready to do this. So I don't know. I think I need more information.
Okay.
I feel right now the same, like a similar way you felt with Cyberpunk when they gave that demo or whatever, and it was like, you're like, where's my gameplay though?
Yeah.
Like you saw a bunch of stuff and it was like, where's my gameplay? I need gameplay.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Maybe I need to see more before I make a judgment, because like when I first saw the teaser, whatever, like the Slipspace engine, like a year plus ago, I was like, oh my god, like I stopped at work and like went to the bathroom, took a break to watch it because I found it came out, and I was like freaking out. And then this, it's like, why am I not excited? Like what's happening here? So maybe I need to see more. Maybe I'm actually not going to enjoy it as much as I think. I don't know. My first impressions are, I really hope it's going to be better than what I saw today. Well, and maybe I need to see it again. I don't know. But how did you feel?
So the next time they're showing Halo, they're showing multiplayer, and they're going to show more campaign footage. So that's going to be probably next month's event, because we're supposed to get a Microsoft event every single month until the console launches. So I had a smile on my face the whole fucking time. Okay, now let me preference what I think of 343. Okay, so Halo 4 I thought had a really fucking good campaign. Like not Halo 3 level, not Halo 2 level, but like I enjoyed that campaign a lot. Now the multiplayer I didn't like at all. I feel like they were trying to be too ambitious and it didn't work. Halo 5 was the opposite. I thought it had, like, no Halo game's bad, but Halo 5 obviously has the weakest campaign. But I thought their multiplayer was really good. Like that they had those open map events where like you could go and kill different things against different enemies, and like you're going up against actual players, like PvP in a PvE world. Like, you know, those giant, I think it was called Warzone, right? Wasn't that what it was called?
Yeah Warzone. Yeah, it was
great fucking game mode. Okay, and so coming into Halo Infinite, we've talked about it previously. We saw that Slipspace engine a year ago. We're going back to like a more Halo Combat Evolved style. The cover art is it's so close to Halo CE, it's amazing. Okay, so I'm watching the trailer, okay, and as soon as the gameplay started, I had nothing but a smile on my face. For me personally, this is the Halo that I have not gotten since Halo 3. It's a little bit more cartoonier. I mean, I like Halo 3, I just don't like its multiplayer, but it's a little bit more cartoonier. I like the way the game looks. I love Master Chief's armor. Personally, I feel like for Halo to evolve, they needed to add more weapons, because a lot of criticism on Halo 4 and Halo 5 was, one, that they were evolving too much, but they weren't evolving things where they needed to be evolved. And I think the weapons that they added, haven't played with them yet, but we'll see. I think like that semi-automatic shotgun and a lot of the new like weapons from the new enemies that we're going up against look interesting. And at least I'll still give them a shot. The grappling hook, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, it's weird to see Chief with it. I'm going to fuck people up with that in multiplayer. But when it comes to like what's happening in the campaign, I think the grappling hook's a good idea because it's allowing more movement around the map. And you saw Chief has a slide ability now. So now when you're
he had slide in no, I guess that wasn't technically a slide. I guess it was more of a skid across the ground.
Yeah. Now this is like a full slide. So now like
in Destiny kind of.
Yeah, so now you're not just going to crouch, right? So now they're giving you multiple ways to attack differently, and I think that's going to broaden the gameplay loop. Now, yes, it's a grappling hook. Does it belong in Halo? We'll see. But when I saw this, felt like Halo. When I saw Halo 2 for the first time, I will never forget that feeling when I played Halo 2 for the first time. What I saw today gave me that feeling of like, this is Halo. This is the game Microsoft's been waiting for, and like 343 has been like waiting to make. Now we'll see how multiplayer is. Apparently there may be a BR, okay, which I think Halo would make a really good BR, but I feel like, you know, Halo, what I love about Halo is it sticks to its roots, and it does what Halo does. Now, I will clear up some things, because I saw a lot of people talking about it. This is not a prequel. This is actually a sequel to Halo 5.
Yeah.
And it shows that in the beginning. What I would like to say is this, okay? They come out and say it's 4K 60 frames per second. Huge. Okay, Halo 5 was 4K 30 frames per second. So we're getting that extra 30 frames. On PC, obviously, we're going to be able to crank that up. From what I saw today in the campaign, I am so interested in this game, and to see what it is, this is now my most anticipated game.
Yeah.
Over Cyberpunk. Because I know what I'm getting with Cyberpunk, in a sense. I don't know what I'm getting with Halo Infinite still. Mm-hmm. Like, the new, I guess, main bad guy, like, there's just so many, like, the story wise, like, where are we going? Because we're 160 days after we lost. Chief's by himself. We don't know what's going on with Cortana. How is that story going to interlock? Like, that's my thing. I'm so interested in what the continuation is going to be in that broader story that we left off of a Halo 5.
And that's another thing that absolutely fucking infuriates me. I guess, like, what do you mean after we lost? Like, that isn't something that I think they should have leaked, because last we heard, and like the latest release from an official Halo game in Halo Wars 2 and the DLCs, like, we were still quote unquote winning. Like, we had beat back Atriox, and now they were like on Halo Wars, they were still fighting Atriox, whatever. And like in Halo 5, yeah, I guess we lost, like, because we knew Cortana was taking over with the Guardians, but like, we don't know what happened. Correct. And I don't like that they're saying we lost. Like, is it we lost because she just took over and we didn't fight, or was there a big battle and people got fucking
I think we're gonna learn about that in the campaign. Like, they're gonna show more of that. I
hope.
I think this is how they got rid of Locke as well. Locke was such a hit or miss character for a lot of people, and a lot of people did not like him. I bet that the way they kill off that fire team, or at least some of the members that didn't stick well, is by them losing. And so Chief's now having to deal with the loss of more of his fire team. We'll see. We don't know what's going on with Buck. We don't know what's going on with any of them. Like, we don't know what's going on with Cortana. And I'm so interested in seeing what is to come that, like, this is a day one buy for me. I'm not buying it. I'm getting it through Game Pass just in case it does suck. But from what I saw, this game, like, looked amazing. And the grappling hook, we'll see. The weapons, of course, we'll see. I would like to clear something up, though. IGN and a lot of its reporters and a lot of, like, other people in the gaming media have no respect for themselves, because they were talking about Halo, and the first fucking thing they were talking about is Halo Infinite doesn't look like a next-gen game. Well, yeah, Halo's never been a next-gen game look-wise. Halo's been a next-gen game every time because of campaign and multiplayer improvements. Halo's multiplayer, like, is such a big deal. Like, we wouldn't have Call of Duty without Halo. Yeah. We wouldn't have FPS without Halo. And, like, I'm seeing all these people talking about the graphics look bad. Like, they don't look up to par. Okay, so Crash Bandicoot and Ratchet and Clank look like next-gen games? Those games look next-gen? Really? We're talking about Halo. That game looked fucking amazing. It's a little more cartoonier, and I think it works for Halo. I mean, like, from what, like, this looks like a next-gen Halo game. Sony is paying out their ass or something. I don't like what people are saying about that. Leave Halo out of the whole. If looks are your first judgment, you have a problem, and you should not be judging video games. Because if we were going by looks, Anthem would be a 10 out of 10 game. Last of Us would be a 10 out of 10 game. But no, we go by gameplay.
No, it looks like, I gotta be honest, man. All the years we've been playing, like back on 360 days and like until present, looks never were a thing to me until I got my PC. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's an important
even
part.
Like my last few months on Xbox, maybe, but like it was like on 360, I played it and it was fun. I played it with my friends. I didn't care how it fucking looked. We played Castle Miner fucking Z, for God's sake, and we thought that shit was the bomb. I mean, as soon as I moved to PC, I was like, wow, this looks really good on PC. Wow, this looks really... I'm like, wait a minute, I care how it looks now. Like, if you're on Xbox and PlayStation, I'm sorry, but if you're playing on... What do we call them? We call it Poverty Station in the
Trash
Xbox.
box.
trash box, whatever. If you're playing on those consoles and you think that it is that they need to do more or try harder to make the game look better for you, you're an idiot. If you're that concerned, if you're that fucking upset that the game doesn't look 100% beautiful, the best thing you've ever seen, then go buy a PC. And if you're like, but I'm not spending money on a PC, then shut up. Then let people play the game. Let the developers make the game. Yeah, they're going to do their best to make it beautiful, and it's going to look beautiful. But if it's not up to par because you just don't think it looks good enough, don't fucking talk. That's one thing is I've never, for anything, good or bad, listen to IGN or any of those other shithole fucking game like reporting bullshit fucking sites or groups, because it's all a bunch of crap.
Yep.
They're paid for, and they're not legit. I don't think I've ever seen anything like things that have been. What was one of them? With Last of Us 2, it's like this is 10 out of 10. No, it's not, and everyone knows it's not. And there's never been a campaign so involved. I can literally give you Call of Duty campaigns that were better than the fucking Last of Us 2 campaign. Like it is bullshit, and I'm sorry, but we're not. If you're listening to these groups and thinking, "Wow, I'm gonna buy this game and not this game based on their opinion," you're a fucking moron. I'm sorry,
Well, yeah.
but if you're looking going, wow, Last of Us 2, they said that's 10 out of 10, but Halo doesn't look next gen enough. Fuck that. I'm not going to buy Halo. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. I mean, you're probably on a PlayStation 2, which is even worse, but you're still an idiot.
Well, and here's my point that I was trying to make. Like, of course, looks matter, but gameplay should always matter more. The best games of all time, The Witcher 3. It's a good looking game. It's not the best looking game I've ever played. What drives The Witcher 3 is its gameplay. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, like all these games, they don't look fantastic. They feel fantastic. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Halo, this new one is the best looking Halo we are ever going to see until the next one. And like, so if the gameplay,
unless the remasters are really good.
Well, yeah. If the gameplay, well, we're already experiencing those. But like, if the gameplay feels better, like, then like if the I don't know how to explain, like if we're going by looks, Anthem's a 10 out of 10 game. Like that game looks good.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of this whole look thing, because it's right back to last year they were saying, oh, looks don't matter, and now they're saying looks matter, and I'm tired of it. But let's move on.
It's because they're being paid for different stuff.
Yep.
I'm telling you, Sony's like, hey, like Xbox is making a big deal how their game looks, so tell them that that's stupid. Like it's ridiculous. First of all, Disney should have bought Sony and abolished it, and we should only have Xbox. And if there were PlayStations, then it's just not a competition. We know that there were. That's what should have happened.
Right.
What do I know?
So the next big one that I know people were freaking out about, Fable is back. After, God, I think Fable 3 was 2009, 2010.
I got it on sale on Xbox 360, so a long fucking time ago.
Like, Fable 3 is the bad one, but Fable and Fable 2 are fantastic games. Like, mystical, like, fairy tale games. Fantastic RPGs. And
Fable 3.
Yeah, but it's known as, like, the bad one out of the group. Not saying it's a bad game, just saying it's the worst out of the three. Fable is back. It's a reboot. It's made by Playground Games, who make Forza Horizon, so the best Forza game. So the game's going to look great. And no release date. This game's obviously still a work in progress. I think this game, they were talking about 2 years ago. So it got leaked 2 years ago that Playground was making it. So they're on they're on probably year 3 of the game. So open world, of course. I'm excited. I'll play it. Fable's not Fable's not one of those franchises where I was like dying for a new game, but if it's good enough, I'll play it. Also, I'd like to say one big thing that like Microsoft threw in there: the next Forza game and a lot of other games coming have ray tracing already. Like the next Forza game has ray tracing in it, ready to go.
Well, the next one thing that I'm a little bit upset about is the next fucking Forza is a motorsport.
I know, I fucking hate the motorsports. They look amazing, they play awful. They're just
wait for the next Horizons.
Oh, I know, it's gonna be great.
Is it? 5 is the next one because we have 4, right?
Yeah, 5 will be the next one, probably 2 to 3 years.
Remember we were playing that every day.
It was so fun. So
anyway,
the next big game. So if you played Hellblade, so now Sacrifice came out I think a year or 2 ago. It's getting 10 out of 10s, and the sequel that will be an Xbox exclusive. They revealed the set piece. It's going to be in Iceland, and it's being made in Unreal Engine 5, which was earlier shown this year. From the trailer, it looked cool. I may play it, I may not. The big thing, like, this is my dark horse of the show. So Obsidian Studio, okay, they just came out with The Outer Worlds. Obviously they're Fallout makers. Outer Worlds is Fallout in space, okay? They made the best Fallout game in the past 10 years. Like, it's an amazing game. They're now coming after Skyrim because this Avowed game that they showed, which is their next large-scale RPG, is Skyrim and Elder Scrolls. And from the, 20, 25 seconds, I immediately got Skyrim feel, and I know they're going to hit it out of the park. Obsidian has yet to make a really bad game. I mean, you know it's going to be somewhat decent. Dude, Bethesda's in trouble. Like, if Obsidian is making consistently good RPGs in the worlds that, like, obviously Bethesda has created and made popularized, or made them popular, like, dude, that's gonna be such a huge like, think about this. Avowed comes out, what if it's better than Elder Scrolls 6 and people buy Avowed over Elder Scrolls 6? That's a huge fucking dig.
That'd be fucking nuts.
That'd be huge. And this game could do that. Bethesda's in some shit. If Bethesda releases a few more duds, they've already been releasing a few duds, but, like, if they release more and, like, Elder Scrolls 6 and their Stargate game that they're working on are bad or don't live up to par to this game, that's going to be the biggest momentum shift, because then Obsidian is Bethesda. Like, it's just crazy. Forza Motorsport they showed, and it looks cool. It's probably a year away, and I think Forza, it was a yearly base game until Forza Horizon 4 came out. I think it's going to be every 2 to 3 years we get another Forza game. So it'll be Horizon and then Forza Motorsport, stuff like that. So Jared's big one that he was talking about earlier, State of Decay 3. The trailer, like, I was watching it and I was like, this looks weird. Like, what the fuck is this?
I didn't know what it was either.
I didn't know it was State of Decay. And then I saw the fucking deer eating the bear or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then they slap you with State of Decay 3. This shit's in the winter too. Like,
I know. That's what made me excited. Like, I hate to say it, but that was one of made my jaw drop, because it was.
Well, it's so soon too.
I know.
Like, State of Decay 2 dropped 2 years ago, right? Like, two and a half years ago. Like, that's fucking crazy.
17?
Okay, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was a while.
Maybe but listen, for State of Decay 2, what it was, I will say, even though it had a lot of bugs, it is still such a fun gameplay loop. And the amount of time that I played with Jared and then Cody, I have funny as hell stories with both of them. Like, that game is fun, and
we need to play it. They've come out with so much DLC we haven't touched yet.
Like,
so good.
If this game, I think State of Decay 2, it also had a problem. We're going back to the looks thing. I think a lot of people didn't give it a chance because of the looks, and that's a problem.
Oh, for sure.
Like, if this game's probably going to look a lot better, and if they just fix a lot of the gameplay issues that State of Decay 2 had, like, this could be another, like, the first game was a huge hit. Like, this could be,
it was really good.
It was. This could be, like, Microsoft's next Halo, dude. Like, because this is a good franchise that people already like. If they can get more people into it by fixing certain things, it'd be amazing.
And they did fix a lot of things from 1 to 2.
I know.
Like, it got better. The big thing was multiplayer. I think they could definitely improve on it and make it even better from what it was.
Mm-hmm. Now, no gameplay shown, obviously, so this game's probably a year or two away. Still nice.
Which is fine.
Yeah, still nice to see. Hey, take as long as you need to make that game really good. Another one was Crossfire X. Crossfire is, like, the biggest FPS shooter, like, in, like, Europe and China. So this is coming to Xbox, the multiplayer and campaign. Whatever, it looked cool. It's free to play. I'll play it. I'll give it a shot. Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. So I know of the Warhammer franchise. I know what it is. This game looked like a horror game set inside that world. I'm interested. I'll see how it goes. Then we get to every Xbox show has its down moment, and when they started showing random games, like smaller games, I feel like that's when the show kind of halted. They showed Phantasy Star Online 2. I know it's a big deal for a lot of people. For me, don't care. Not going to play it. Bloober's game Medium, where you're in two different realities at the same time, and like it affects each one. It's a horror game. Looks cool. Their last game, Blair Witch, was awful, but it looks cool. I don't know. That game, The Gunk, where you're like sucking up all this black ooze, could care less. Tetris Effect kind of looks dope. I'm gonna play this game. It's that like musical style Tetris. Looks cool.
What was the one with the brother and sister?
That was As Dusk Falls. Looks interesting. Yeah.
Was it Dusk? I don't think it was As Dusk Falls.
I'm reading it right now.
Okay.
Oh no,
that one. What?
Spanish America's. Yeah, no, it's as no. Is it no? Tell me why. That's what it is.
Tell me why. Yeah. That one I saw, and that was like you said, in the middle of the Who Gives a Fuck games, and I was like, you know what, this one isn't bad. Like, I kind of like the mystery thing. It reminded me of Man of Medan without the horror.
Right, exactly.
And so, if it is multiplayer, if it's co-op, I would be interested in playing that with you. Yeah.
Stalker 2.
Streaming recording.
Stalker was, I think it came out like 20 years ago. Took place in Russia. It's actually a really fun game, and this one takes place in Chernobyl.
Ooh.
Looks interesting. We don't know when it's coming out. I may play this game. One other thing that shocked me, and this is a hell of a deal, Microsoft and Bungie are like working on stuff together again. Like they're partnering with shit. It's crazy. Like,
telling me we're gonna get the good old days back.
Yeah. Like, so basically Destiny 2, it's already free to play. All the DLC that is coming out from the past and here on out, if you have Game Pass, you get that DLC. So you're getting
for Destiny?
Destiny 2 from now on. Now, nice. Jared, me and you have the Steam version, so we won't get that deal. But I don't mind supporting Bungie and paying $30, to be honest with you.
Absolutely not. No, I could do that. Which reminds me, I need to do some challenges today.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, also, I'll be putting I'll already be putting gameplay in this, but I'm gonna record gameplay and put it in front of us so you guys are looking at stuff cool, and you're not fucking looking at two blobs on the screen.
This is gonna sound terrible because I know you've done this once or twice already, but do you keep the audio muted or no?
Yes.
Okay. I figured you did, but I don't know if you just had it really low, so there's some background. I only asked because I know I probably should have seen a few of these episodes, but I haven't.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so Destiny 2, if you already play the game and you put in like you're thinking about getting a DLC or whatever, you can just get Game Pass if you're on Xbox, and you will, I think it may come to the PC one too, but we'll see.
Oh god, that'd be amazing. You know what's interesting about you bringing that up?
What?
Earlier today, I forget what I was doing. I think I was like, I was driving to get ammo. I went to the range earlier. I was thinking about Destiny, and
I think about Destiny a lot.
I was thinking about Bungie technically,
yeah,
but it led to me thinking about Destiny. I was thinking about because I was trying to remember the head of Bungie. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah,
and I started thinking how fucking cool would it be if Microsoft was like, you know what, Bungie, Activision screwed you over a little bit. Why don't you come sit over here under Mama Bird's wing? And what if Microsoft took Bungie back and just they just did it? Like, what if Microsoft was like, here's a lot of extra money. Here's a lot of extra, people, if you need them, just make the shit out of Destiny 2. Just fucking make the shit of these next few DLC. Like, how fucking awesome would it be?
Well,
if end of this year, early next year, they're like, Xbox fuck it, let's get Bungie back in here. And they just went and mopped the floor, mopped up fucking Sony and just made Destiny awesome. I mean, obviously it would suck if they did exclusives. I don't want them to do that after Bungie did that with us on
PlayStation,
with Jade Rabbit. Yeah, that was stupid. But how cool would that be? I don't know. It's just something I thought of. If Bungie went back with Microsoft.
I was reading stuff about Bungie, I don't know, a few months ago, and obviously there's that Easter egg. So Bungie wanted to work on Destiny since Halo 3. They had the poster Easter egg in there.
That was in ODST, yeah.
Yeah, ODST, sorry. So obviously what happened was Bungie went to Microsoft, said they wanted to make this. Microsoft wanted them to only make Halos. As they should. They have a pretty good track record with Halo.
Saw what they made.
Yeah,
with Reach, their last Ura. I mean, come on,
dude. Reach is probably Reach is my favorite Halo game besides Halo 2, and that it's just a masterpiece. Anyways, the head of Microsoft or Xbox at that time, who let them go and didn't let them work on Destiny and like, you know, remove them from the Xbox partner program. He says he regrets it to this day.
Good.
Because of how well Destiny's done. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Howard, right? No, it's Bethesda.
No, that's Bethesda. I forget the guy's name. Dude,
I saw it earlier. He was talking
the
about
day I would cry if Bungie makes a Halo again. I'll literally cry.
I could, yeah.
Like, because
Phil Spencer.
Well, Phil Spencer's the head now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the previous one, yeah. For the launch of Xbox One. Like, just Bungie and Xbox go together like fucking peanut butter on bread. And it sucks to see Halo go down in the downslope when Bungie left. But man, if they came back and they just fucking took that shit off and it was a great game. Oh my God. But I love Destiny so much that I don't want that to happen.
I know. Absolutely.
Destiny's
great,
my new Halo, basically.
I'd like to think and pretend, like, just for a second, imagine the universe where Bungie got to make Halo and Destiny. Imagine that universe, that alternate dimension.
Perfect universe.
I would just the perfect, yeah. But like, even if it happens, like Halo Infinite happens, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. We'll see. I think I'm being hard on it. I really think I am, but Halo Infinite, it hits. It's like it's a solid game. It's really good. It could have been better if Bungie was there. And Phil Spencer's like, you know what? I need money. We're doing something. He just pulls Bungie and he's like, here's what we're gonna do. You guys want to do you want to do your Destiny? By all means, do it. All I ask is, in those lulls where it's a little bit slow and you just have those seasons happening, come work on the next Halo for a little bit. It can be a couple extra years. That's
Microsoft
fine,
should just buy Bungie.
They really should.
Just do it.
Bungie, it's not like Bungie isn't hurting since Activision.
Bungie's making so much money right now. Just do it. They need the workers. Just fucking buy them and just bring Destiny under the wing.
Yep.
And
Bungie clearly needs a little bit of help with the fact that they pushed back the fucking Beyond Light DLC.
Yep. So moving on, Psychonauts 2, which is a trippy musical game. The first one's on the original Xbox. It's a good game on the original Xbox. It's not something I was waiting for, but I know people who have been waiting for this game for like 15 plus years. So, you know, good for them. The game looks interesting. I'm not going to play it. I'm not into those styles of games, but hey, if you're into it and you're excited, I'm happy for you. Finally, we're getting more sequels to games. As Dusk Falls, this is, it's like, it's a watercolor art style game. Like, it's weird. It's an interactive drama game. Whatever, care less about it. Grounded's Obsidian's next game. It's that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style game where you're out in the yard and it's a survival world.
That one looked really good. Yeah,
honestly, I was gonna think about playing it and then I saw the giant spiders and I'm passing.
Yep, that's the best thing. When I was watching it, I was like, this would be so cool if we got like you, me, Cody, like we were playing it and shit. And then I saw the spiders. And I'm like, nah, there's no way in hell we'll get them to play it. Yep. And if we do, it'd be like, all right, spiders are here. You deal with that. I'm gonna hide. Like,
yep. The Outer Worlds is getting new content. It's getting a huge new chapter. Great.
Yeah.
For a good game, it's getting more good content, hopefully. Tell Me Why is the game Jared was talking about. They showed this at the last event. So I don't know if like your mother or nanny tried killing you or something like that and you killed her back. Like they were talking about self-defense and how your brother went away into like a psych ward. Whatever. Game's fucking interesting. I will have to admit. And it comes out the first chapter, so it's kind of like the Telltale games. It's gonna be chapter release. So the first one's August 27th. So I may check it out. Jared, if it's co-op, we may check it out. Everwild's Rare's next game. Rare obviously made GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Sea of Thieves, stuff like that. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. The game looks interesting. Yeah. I'm not going to play it.
No.
But the game looks interesting. It's Rare. You know you're going to get a solid game.
Pretty much.
I didn't even know they announced Hello Neighbor 2. Oh, this is a pre-show game? They announced Hello Neighbor 2? I didn't even know that.
I also didn't see it.
They announced Exo Mecha. Don't know about that. And Dragon Quest 11 is coming to Xbox and will be available on Xbox Game Pass. So this is a big deal because this is the first time it's ever been to an Xbox platform. So it's mainly been Nintendo. So yeah. It's first party. Sorry, I'm reading this. Yeah, so
Nah, you're good. You're good.
they're it's a fall launch apparently for the Xbox.
Sweet. I can't wait.
So before winter, so winter starts what? November 21st, November 20th.
Fuck, I don't know.
So
Hold
yeah.
on. Google, when does winter start?
Also, I forgot to mention this with Halo. It's fully cross-platform.
What?
So if you
Monday, December 21st is when the first day.
Oh, okay. So yeah, November. It's launching in November. Just expect a November release. So if you have a PC or if you're playing on Xbox One, you could play together. If you're playing on Xbox Series X and you want to play with somebody on PC, you can play together. Cross-platform play. It's amazing. It's on the new Call of Duty. It's well, I guess the older Call of Duty now, but it's a great thing to have.
The newest Call of Duty,
I guess, but new one's coming. Great. It's great to have. So, Jared, as kind of our final topic before I get to some of my personal news for like the channel, what would you give the show out of 10?
I'll give it a 7.
A 7? Okay.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a 9. I think this is way better than the Sony press conference that they had, because all you remember about the Sony press conference is Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, and how the console looks. This, you're getting classics that a lot of people have been waiting for. Psychonauts, you have a new Halo game, you have a new Fable game, like you have Crossfire X, you have these interesting little games coming out, you have a new RPG that's going to be probably a big fucking deal when it comes out. Like, so many different things happening. I'm surprised we didn't see Cyberpunk. The only problem I had with it is a lot of the games were games that I think should have been shown at the end, and games I didn't care about. But that's with every press conference, whatever. So with this new press conference, we have to talk about content coming to my channel. So I'll be recording Halo Infinite and posting on my channel, and then I will do a review. We'll also review the game on our podcast. I will have a lot more game like play of things coming up, probably starting next month. Like the Tony Hawk game releases in September. Like, there's a lot of things finally starting to come out now, so reviews will pick up, and things will be happening. I'll also try to do a PS5 review since I'm getting one. So that will probably be a big deal for the channel. But Halo 5 stuff's coming. We may record some Destiny stuff, but it's basically it. The channel's gonna start finally picking up now that there's stuff coming out and playing and worth reviewing.
And I'm gonna still keep trying to stream when I can. I have a feeling, just because based on the way things have been happening in my state, at the very least, I have a feeling there's gonna be another lockdown. Like, things are gonna close. Probably based on the way stuff's happening. So if that happens, I'll try to stream. Maybe not every day, but most of days, weekly. Yep.
But that's it for us this week. Next week we're gonna rank and review all the Halo games. So we're gonna go in depth on them, and then
you gotta play them this week.
I mean, sure. And at the end we will rank all of them. That will include Halo 1, 2, 3, Halo 3 ODST, Reach, Halo Wars 2, Halo 5.
Cool.
So that's where we're at. So we will see you next week. Thank you for listening to the Conversation in Cold Ones podcast.
Bye, guys.